what to say. Ah, there we go. Looks like we are in the game. Sorry for the delay, guys. Oh my god, I ult entered by accident. Right, so let's go back to the game screen just so I can set up the overlay fully, and then we should be good to go. Yeah, this is I forgot I was casting for a second there, I was reading the chat as well I was watching. Which is kind of weird considering I can see myself on the screen. Move Marwin forward, top of brackets. Oops, okay. Just quickly, I just need to start the bracket and then we'll introduce the players. Okay, so over in the right side position, 3 o'clock, we do have SK's target, winner of the previous game, and his opponent is going to be the Orange Protoss, RM's Dewalt. Now, Dewalt is a very strong player here, so target is going to have his work cut out for him. Now, is he going to be able to do this? I actually just need to quickly reset all of my overlay. Wasn't prepared for this whatsoever. Aren't you cheering again? Oh my god, thank you, man. Okay, so if we press reset, do set up again. We do have target in the 3 o'clock position, well, in the 6 o'clock position, we'll say, and it is blue versus orange. That should all be fine now in the overlay, which is good. Tails Baldhead, I still can't believe that name. Looks like we will actually see a very early scout, so this is going to be Forge Fast Expand coming up from Dewalt. As Sale explained to me previously, and something I do like to say, when you go for Gateway Expand... Ah, wait, actually... Someone's saying Dreamland is a trash map. Dreamland is actually fun. It's really fun to play. We do have a overpull coming up from the Zerg player. You do of course see the Overlord first. Now, is he going to turn this into an all-in, or is he going to go for an expansion? It's going to be a little bit harder to expand on this map. You do have this natural, of course, very normal. You actually have a mineral in the third up the top. And you have, so this is actually symmetric down the middle. Is that... Wait, there's actually an island base over here I completely forgot about. And Sykes is Marwin. Yeah, we see the hatchery does in fact go down. The forge is up as well. You can actually wall this pretty easily as well, so pretty good. Order wall here, gonna skip cannons entirely and go straight for a Nexus. There's a bit of a ballsy play. But he does see that there's no Zerglings out yet, so it is fairly safe in doing so. Actually, adding the cannon there will be adding the gateway above the forge, it does appear to be. And we just see this probe just checking out absolutely everything. Target, completely skipping Lings early on, is actually going to go straight into 3 hatch with no gas. And looks like he couldn't figure out the placement of the hatchery though, that was a bit awkward for him. But there is only 1 cannon, so I mean he could have been aggressive with the Zerglings, but not really worth it, just droning up as much as he humanly can. And he will just be chasing this probe around for a while. The probe's actually taking quite a lot of damage, considering the stage in the game. Usually you don't see this, but I guess the Dewalt got a little bit lax on his probe micro there. One thing I need to do actually is did I finally get your subscriber money? Yes, I did, Jello. Well, not yet. I've not made $100. With Twitch, you actually need to make $100 before they pay you any money at all. So just building up to that. It's not a problem. I do appreciate everyone who has cheered for me, and cheering is like, you know, the bit thing in the top corner. And you can like buy bits, they're like little coins, and you can cheer. But I do appreciate all of the support. But if you do want to donate, make sure you do donate to the tournament prize pool on the Maturino link. Don't worry about donating to me. The tournament is more important in the long term, and this is the tournament cast as well, of course. So, want to make the players, give them the best possible prize pool they can have. Looks like we do have a 4th hatchery, so target going for 4th and 5th hatchery even. Target going for a very normal build, with the Cybernetic core coming up for Dewalt. Looks like Dewalt is doing a really good job keeping this probe alive, by the way. I actually had to take my hand off my keyboard to drink some water, and I've noticed this probe has just been running around forever. It's going to be very hard to catch it without speed. Dewalt's multitask is actually really good. He showed this off in multiple tournaments he's been in, but we do see the robotics facility. Now this is something that that he's very used to seeing, actually. Dewalt does very much so like Corsair Reaver. If I remember correctly, who was we? Oh no, it was Bonneth in the finals yesterday, the TL Open. I was going to say Dewalt was the previous week against Tai 2. But we do see Dewalt actually going for a Corsair Reaver quite often, and it looks like that's going to be what we see here. Now, if there's a map to go air, why not go the map called Flight Dreamliner, which is actually shaped like a Boeing 747? I mean, that's like the perfect map to do this on, right? Just go for the airplay, go for carriers, let's do it, Dewalt, let's do it. Go for carriers, it'll be a lot of fun. But we see the drones being chased away. Actually, he could probably turn these around though, there's not really too much to worry about. And in the Protoss base, just carrying on to go up to there, no +1 yet, but we do see the robotic support bay on the way. And the way it works is I believe they actually pay out the $100 at once, they don't take the money themselves. Looks like we may have a problem finding Sykes. I can't remember his name, so I can't actually type it in game, unfortunately. But we do see some things moving out, just being annoying as possible, and we do see the shuttle. It's going to be hard for the Zerg player to actually scout really anything. Actually picking up a probe, he's going for the island, guys. I didn't think we'd see the island, but here we go. This shuttle is, oh my god, he can actually cannon rush in the base. Oh my god. He's going for it. There is a 2-minute delay on the stream, guys, so don't worry about anything going on. Actually opting to just shuttle one Zealot over. He is going to be so confused, but there is 4 Hydralisks here which will be able to deter this even. Interestingly, not going for the island base, there is gas over here, so using this early shuttle he could do that. The first Corsair is out, and he is going to do what he can to try and take out a few Overlords. But I think unfortunately for him, there's not really going to be too much he can do. Some Hydralisks actually moving down to intercept any shuttles that are coming in. This must have the first Reaver in. But he's going to have to keep using the Hydralisk to actually push away the Corsair. So this is a really clever play. He drops the Reaver. How good is the Scarab? Ooh, the Scarab actually takes out 2 drones, but he needs to be careful. He could lose the shuttle here. The shuttle taking a lot of hull damage already. And that is not going to be the best position for him to be in. Looks like we do have a drone going, just scouting around the map, maybe looking to see where he can take this base. Now, I believe this is actually an island as well, so there's an island in the top left and bottom right of the base. He's going to, or bottom right of the map even. He's going to be a little bit confused by this, but finally we do see the island base being taken by Dewalt. Now, interestingly, this is an island base that's blocked by 3 mineral patches. Usually you would just see 1. So it does make it a little bit hard to take. It does take a little bit longer to actually mine those out. It doesn't take all that much time, but it does give your opponent a little bit of time just to be certain. And we do see the cannons coming up for the wall. He's seen the Hydralis coming towards his base. It is 5 hatch Hydralis at the moment, going up to an evolution chamber as well. This is not an all-in, but this is what you have to do when you are going for this Corsair Reaver style. And this third base down here is going to be stopped, but as I mentioned before, it's good that, if anything, it's better that he loses this base, because he does get this ever so quicker, and he does get this early 2,500 gas, so this is a half gas base, guys. It's the same in the top left. The fourth base is going up for our Zerg player, and Brongard, to explain my map choices, basically, the reason why I pick the maps I do is, A, partly what you said, I do want to give some limelight to less popular maps, get people play. The main reason is, oh, nice scarab there. The main reason for me, though, is I want to host a tournament where people play, they get to try out maps they may have never played before, people watching may get to see maps they've never seen before, like, not all of us. I mean, I've followed the OSL since, or the OSL, MSL and Pro League since 2008, so I've got a pretty extensive weird knowledge about lots of different maps and when they appeared and things like that. But a lot of people may have not seen that much Rude War. A lot of people didn't watch too many individual tournaments and things like that. They may have caught the individual games, maybe like if a final was going on. Oh, nice Scourge, they're going to catch the Corsairs. Only gets one of them though, somehow. The Scourge is not connecting, but it doesn't matter, the Hydra is actually taking that down. And this Corsair is going to force to turn tail and run home. But yeah, I basically just want to give people a chance to learn new maps and play them, because if you play ladder all the time, which is what people do, you'll get used to certain maps, but then you'll never get a chance to play on maps like this. Tournaments try and keep maps as standard as possible, but that's what I really want to stay away from. I do try and keep the map semi-standard. There's actually a double gas base here at the bottom of the plane, in between the wings. So, pretty good. Hongju, man! You're cheering so much! I cannot believe it, man. Thank you very much. Wait. He's spamming me with bits. Oh my god. Hongju is rich, man. He is so rich right now. Maybe someone like sold him some Twitch coins on the back of like off the back of a van or something. He just spam. I don't know what to say other than thank you. But yeah, we do see the Protoss player actually trying to move out, try and take this Mineral League, but he needs to be careful. Hydra is coming in from the top. Flash gave Hongju some of his prize money. I wouldn't spoil the ASL. I don't know if Flash actually made the prize money. I mean, one could assume, but we do see the breakout from Dewalt. Is it going to be enough? And Hongju is still going. The recent cheer window is just going absolutely insane right now. And we do see some Scourge patrolling. This is going to make it a little bit more annoying for Dewalt. I'm not sure if Target's seen this base. I don't think he has. But the bit noise is still playing. I don't know what to do. My notifications are actually turned off right now because I don't want to show my personal notifications for the tournament. It'll just get in the way of the tournament stream, of course. But we do see the Protoss units have actually cleared up most of the units in the map. 1-0 for Target, 2-0 for Dewalt. There's a lot of Dragoons here with Zealots, but it's just... there's not too many Zealots, so these Hydras are actually going to be able to push back. They are only on 1-0, so they're not going to be able to do too much. So Dewalt, once again, managing to push forward, taking this bottom left base. This one Hydralisk going absolutely everything. Now... looks like, I don't know if he's forgotten about this drone, but he's still got this drone over here. And, yeah. We do see Target in the middle of the map. No problem, Rungard. I think I've explained it before, but not on the actual stream, so I suppose that's something. Oh man, Hongju, I love you too. You're like the greatest guy. Everyone loves Hongju. Like, there's a Discord guy, by the way, guys, called the Foreign Brood War Discord. It's got most of the people in the foreign community in there active. So if you do want people to chat to about StarCraft or just random things, just come in there. Hongju did join about a month or two ago. He is a Korean guy who is learning English, of course. His English is pretty good as well. So you know what? That is pretty sick. It looks like the Hydras, though, pushing back the Protoss army. There's no storms right now. Somehow, Target with enough units does push all the Dragoons back. One DT though is going to kill an infinite amount of Hydralisks without any detection. Actually a High Templar just in the middle of the map now. The problem is he has been building probes down here, but he's not been able to transfer any. And here we go, here's the counter drop. This drop is going to be able to take out this island. What has he got in this Overlord? I'm not sure. But is there enough defense? There's only 3 cannons. This should go down really quickly. A really nice assault here by Target. Not going to get too many probes, of course. But this is going to set Dewalt back really far. He needed a lot more Corsairs still to really hold that base. A DT on 7 kills is running up towards this extra base. There's no detection here. Oh no! If he finds this base, it could be absolutely catastrophic for Target, who is just moving around the map with lots of Hydralisks now, not really achieving too much. He did cut the army size down off Dewalt before, but there is now storms on both these High Templar. This High Templar has actually got enough for 2. Oh, a nice storm there. He needs to be careful not to run his own units into it though. That's one way you can actually throw the game. This DT is actually sitting idle right now, not able to really do any damage. And this does give the Zerg player Target a chance to get an Overlord over there. The Hive is up. The Hydralisk Den, another hatchery. I believe that takes him up to 8 hatcheries. Double evolution chamber even. We see 1-0 still, so 1-1 must be finishing. 2 attack has finished for Dewalt, who is now trying to take his 4th base. He has this mineral only 2 cannons back to defend though, and we are going to see another engagement in the middle of the map, a little skirmish. Nothing too crazy going on, but I'm going to have to tell... I just noticed Cadente's dog is in the chat, so I'm going to have to tell Sail about your name because that is so funny. Yeah, we're back to a semi-stable point in the game. There's not that much of an army for Dewalt though. He has so many storms though. This storm is so good. Kills about 6 Hydralisks. And softens up a lot of them as well. So many storms, so many zealots. Is he going to push through Target's army? There's not much left here. A whiffed storm though. Actually some of the Hydralisks donating some of their health moving in. 1-1 is finished against the 3-0 of Dewalt's army. There's so many Hydralisks though funneling in. Is it going to be enough though? Some amazing storms, no reaction from Target. And I mean, Target's just losing too much here. He has 5 bases now. One of them isn't mining, of course. But the one thing that he's got going for him is he is trading really nicely into Dewalt's army. He's only behind in 20 supply. And that's not so bad. And I mean, it looks like he's even actually taking the base in the bottom right as well. So Target expanding absolutely everywhere on this map. The wall is just getting picked apart. He is ahead in supply, so although a lot of that is actually in probes, his army is so small. He actually has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 gateways. Actually, finally going back into some Corsairs, does manage to get some Dragoons over here to take this base out. And it looks like that DT did move in. I didn't check how many kills it got, but there's not really too many drones missing from there, so he should be fine. But yet another base has been scouted by Dewalt. He's going to take down this extra hatchery. And he should be able to be, he should be sending a probe up there himself to expand. It's really easy to defend this base. There's only this one little ramp that actually stops you from being able to take it. To attack it even, and that's going to be very good for the storms and the cannons at the bottom of the map. The hive is done. We see the Defiler Mound on the way, just checking all of the buildings at the Zerg bases. Of course there is the double evolution chamber. There's actually only about 5 hatcheries again, just to check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sorry, yeah, there's 6 hatcheries. Not as many as he would hope. He did have 8 before. But, yeah, pretty crazy. It looks like he will actually take this base. We are going to go into another longer game. It looks like there's a big drop in the main. There's only Cracklings, though. But look how quickly Cracklings kill buildings. He's trying to merge an Archon to save the High Templar. He does. But one of his gateways is taken down. And, I mean, he's not going to take too much damage from this drop. Another few Zealots actually moving in. There's not enough back here to defend. Not too many probes have gone down, but he may lose the hatchery. No second hatchery here either, so he's not going to be able to mine from this base. He's trying to drill. Very hard to drill in this position. Good surround though. Will take out the Hydras, but at what cost? His bank is not doing too badly. It looks like at this point, the wall is actually moving out on the map as well. that he needs to be careful. His army is still not very big. Actually storming his own zealots, storming his own High Templar. Not the best storm. And Target's expanding everywhere again. He's even taking this bottom right base. I actually skipped away from a storm, so very bad mistake from me there. But once again, Dewalt is just losing all of his army. Some Archons and other units are coming up from the bottom, and it is enough to clear out Target's forces. But Target has, as chat just pointed out from 2 minutes ago, a lot of Overlords did actually go down to the Corsairs of Dewalt, who are actually just on 0-0-0. We do have 1-1 finished for the Zerg melee, 2-1 for the ranged. Let's go back into normal zoom. He's moving out onto the map. There's so many cracklings. This is going to do so much, but there's so many Archons. Look how quickly the Archons are shredding these cracklings. No swarm was used in the making of this production. And that is not going to go well for Target, who's slowly finding himself falling behind in supply. Actually transferring drones into the Zealots, not realizing what... Oh my god, that's really bad. Looks... Brongard saying 2 minutes in the past, the game looks like Target has gone to get pizza from his front door. Another drop actually went down on this bottom right. There's actually so much going on the map that it's very hard to keep up with everything. And chat at the same time, another crackling drop is going down in the main. Does he have swarm? It doesn't really matter, there's only actually Zerglings. Wow, that's 2 Overlords worth of cracklings, but meanwhile, he's gone up to cows. The cows are out on the map. But is it going to be enough? 3-1 is finished. He only has 2-1 on his Ultra, so they're not going to be doing the max amount of damage they can do, and they will be taking a lot of damage here from the Zealots. It looks like he just consumed something. I hope that was an Ultra. I don't think it was. The first swarm is down. And what is going on? The cracklings are still doing damage in the main base. Looks like the Archon's trying to take out the Ultras, unable to do so. Actually going to keep an eye on that. It looks like the Ultras takes forever to kill these 3-1 Archons. Unfortunately, one does go down. This Ultralisk is going to go down as well. The cracklings have been cleaned up. Just the Overlords do remain. No mining going on for Target actually at all in the third base. His natural is nearly mined out. A nice storm goes down but actually doesn't hit anything. So a bit unfortunate there. Maybe killed 1 Ling, I believe. And Dewalt is actually mining off of 3 bases right now. Actually, Target does have this bottom right base again. It's so close to death. And the Corsair moving around, just doing what it can, actually taking out the base. I'm surprised the Target hasn't gone for this this island base. But there's such mishmash of Zerg units, some Hydralisks, some or 1 Ultralisk and some Zerglings with with 2 Devilers actually are going to move across the map and see what they can do. Dewalt's army once again isn't very big. It looks like there is an observer just checking out everything that's going on. 2-1 is done, 4-1 now for the Ultralisk, of course 4 being the armor in this case. But armor isn't going to help you that much against the DT's hits, which are doing 49 damage per swipe right now. It's going to take the damage down to 44, I believe that's how that works. And the Corsair is still just trying to be as annoying as possible. Interestingly, he doesn't finish off the Overlord, but I think he's worried about a counterattack. But Target is in such a weird position right now. He's got his double upgrades going. He has 4-1 on his Ultralisks. Has 2 armor now, so wait, that must be 4-2. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, my bad. 1-4. Either way, all looking pretty good. Target in a bit of an odd position. Dewalt in a very strong lead in this game at the moment. And that's going to allow Target to do everything he needs to do. Sorry, that's going to allow Dewalt even to go on the offensive. There's not that much. There's actually a Reaver here, getting it caught by the Ultras, but does take out the Defiler, so not the best move by poor Target, who is going to find himself getting shredded by both Archons and Reavers from both sides. A DT is going into the top right, top left even. How many drones are he going to get? Going to watch the engagement, watch the kills here down in the bottom right, just to see how many kills this DT gets. It's up to 5. A huge engagement in the middle, killing all of Target's units, and GG, Dewalt does take the first game in this series. And that means they will head on to Pathfinder as the second map here. in the set, so pretty well played by Dewalt. Played the map actually really well for someone who possibly never even played the map before. Some funny jokes going on in chat. But let's see if we can get into the next map. Looks like he is going to be hosting. While he's doing that, I'm just going to check that everything looks okay back here. I guess everyone's in their games. Not too much going on back anywhere else. Okay, I uploaded the wrong version of Pathfinder, unfortunately. Let's just double check that's definitely the right map. Yeah, I believe they're all the same one, so let's host this one. Ah, wait, okay, so Tai 2. Apparently Mazur and Tai 2 never actually played, unfortunately. So let's just sort that out. Oh my god, I hope Target checks. I hope Target checks the checks Discord, because I've just sorted out everything for him. Let's just throw up the main CFC overlay while we're trying to get this sorted, and then we should be good to go. Oh, never mind. Okay, they can't change map. I'll just tell them to join my game afterwards. Okay, they're both in. This is funny. Apparently he banned the wrong map. So we are going to go to fantasy. It's fine, we'll break my overlay for this one. We'll just hide the we'll just hide the map overlay. It's all good. Let's go back to the game. Here we go. Let's hide the map overlay. It's fine. Right, they're both ready. Let's get into the game. Okay, spawning in the top right position of fantasy. It won't be Pathfinder this game. Target actually banned the wrong map. We do have SK's Target. And in the bottom right we do have the red Protoss in the 5 o'clock position. RM's Dewalt, leader of the series so far. Pretty well played by him in the previous game, of course well played by Target as well. Nothing too crazy. Just gonna set the colours. It is the orange Zerg versus the red Protoss. So quite nice, nice colour scheme here. Not too bad. I've got so the map stats are going to be a bit skewed because my database actually adds the map data based on what the actual map is. So a bit unfortunate there, but not too much we can really do about that. We do actually see the bottom left spawn, which is going to be pretty good for the wall, as you can actually wall this off. It's a little bit hard though, it's a very wide wall. I'm not sure how the Dewalt's actually going to hide this. It would be better to actually go for a one base play on this particular spawn. Hopefully I'm actually showing the game again. Yes I am, I checked OBS. It's really awkward trying to keep up with your stream overlay when when you have a stream delay on, because you're looking at your preview and I'm like, I'm hoping it's showing the right thing. But we do have the gateways coming up. It's actually going to be 2 gates, so it is technically a one base play, but it is a little bit more aggressive, and of course this does allow you to wall off with the forge a little bit later to put on a little bit of extra pressure. Now, before I mentioned how this is going to be a hard spawn to actually hold, as either the Protoss or the Zerg player, it's got 2 entrances, so luckily enough he's going to be scouting first as well. This is going to be so good for Dewalt, who is going for this very aggressive opening against an overpull with gas. One thing I just quickly want to do while we're at the sort of start of the game is I just want to throw up Matrina. We are still at $100 for the prize pool, a very generous donation from Gabriel Verlaine again, so thank you very much, man. It means a lot for the tournament, and of course to the players as well. We did end up with 22 players in the tournament, so not the highest we ever had, not the lowest, so can't complain. It is a Sunday afternoon. It is getting closer to Christmas as well, so people are going to find themselves a little bit more busy, I guess, as time goes on. And of course there were quite a few people up quite late last night with Zotac and the ASL finals this morning. I won't spoil it, but please do go and check out the VODs for those. You can watch them in Korean and or English. English is up on YouTube. I think the Korean VODs are only on Africa, so they can lag a little bit, but it's well worth watching. It was Flash vs Hero, so keep an eye out on those. There was obviously the TL Open yesterday as well. TL Open will be back next Saturday, same time, along with Zotac at the same time as well. If you are in the North Americas, there will be another qualifier. The first 2 Zealots are moving out with the probe. How much damage realistically are they going to get done? Looks like 5 links have been sent round the back to try and do as maybe do a little bit of counterattack, but he needs to pull them back. This two Zealots can kill an infinite number of drones if he micros this correctly. So he needs to be very, very careful. And it looks like the overlay has finally caught up. We are in the game now, which is all well and good, so that's great, it's working. And we see these zealots just being as annoying as they possibly can. Another 4 zealots actually leaving the base. He didn't send them all at the same time. Well, he didn't send them 2 by 2. He actually wanted to make sure he had more, just to make sure they didn't get picked off by lings in the middle of the map. Now, this map actually has a really interesting middle. We've not really seen this so far in the 2 Clash Royales this map's been in. It won't be back next week. I do keep maps, at least 2 of the maps, for an extra week afterwards. And then they rotate as well with 2 newer maps, so likely next week we will see Flight Dreamliner and Pathfinder returning, so we'll have some more. Actually no, we'll probably cycle out one of them and keep either Storm in, because that is a more standard map, I guess. And the Lings actually cleaning up the Zealots pretty well, so a pretty good job here by Target, not really losing too much. Dewalt is going to go for the expansion now, but Target does have his natural hatchery up. He's got his drones at his main. He didn't lose too many, and he's going for his 3rd hatchery as well in his main. And these Lings could have actually got the surround there, but I think he wasn't confident enough to take them out. It looks like Nightbot has been spamming my Lings like crazy, unless I've not set the timer correctly. That's a bit unfortunate, but to the 89 people watching right now, I hope you're enjoying everything that's going on. I know some of the players are actually doing a first-person view as well, so pretty cool there. We finally see the Natural Nexus coming up. What is he doing back home? No tech buildings as of yet, no gas coming up. Just an Overlord over here in the top left. Now, Dewalt has to be careful, that's the problem. Now, this is one of the benefits of going for this early 2 gate. It does allow you to create this wall here, which is going to be very difficult for any Lings to try and bust through. Looks like he's just going to peek in with the Lings to see the wall actually out of range of everything right now. He should probably move a little bit further forward. But I guess this is just to check that there's no actual things happening. Now, one interesting thing is that there is 2 mineral patches here. Now, if he does do this, he can actually go and take this 3rd base, which doesn't have a gas. Now, none of the natural 3rds on this map actually have gases. This is coming from a time period. I believe this map came out in 2008. It was in the Bacchus OSL Star League from 2008. Actually, Katrina was in there as well. We've not seen that today. We didn't see that last week either, but we probably see that in the final, as it will be the first map. Along with the other map that I had in last week as well, which was... Actually, can't remember, funnily enough. We've had so many Clash Royales now that all the maps are sort of melding into one. We do have 3 Hatch Hydra coming out here for Target. Is he doing this economical, or is he going majorly all in? He does have drones all of his bases. I'm just quickly rubbing my eye there we go, so the camera can start moving again. But this is a lot of Zealots right now. The Zealots moving across the map, doing everything they can actually to try and see exactly what's going on and maybe even delay any form of aggression. Now, one good thing Target's doing is hiding the Hydralisks. This is a very important move. He needs to keep those Hydras a secret. He cannot let Dewalt know that he's going for a 3-hatch Hydra burst. And these Zealots are actually going to get trapped, but is there just going to be too many Zealots? Are the other Hydralisks actually going to get in time? It looks like the Zealots are going to try and micro down the Hydralisks the best they can. How much damage will they be able to do? Looks like quite a lot, actually taking out 3 Hydralisks, but now he needs to be careful. The Zealots are finally being cleaned up. Another lot of Hydralisks. Wow, the luckiest Zealot just got saved by the high ground, taking about 10 shots that completely missed. And now this Zealot's going to scout absolutely everything that goes on. He scouts the low drone count, and this is going to prompt him to build these cannons. Actually, 4 extra cannons, 5... No, actually that's a pylon, I should have read what that said first. But 4 extra cannons, 6 cannons overall, and this is going to be a very hard bust for Target to pull off. Is Target going to be able to break down the front? I'm not sure, but the moment of truth is now. An extra 2 cannons, an extra pylon as well, just being careful. The Forge will in fact go down. Looks like +1 hadn't even started yet, so not really able to do too much. Losing this is going to really force him not to build any cannons anymore. But realistically, he won't want to be able to move cannons. Now, one thing Dewalt is going to lose is he's going to lose his 2 gateways as well. And these are the only 2 gateways he actually has at this current time. Actually having to add a gateway in his main, sort of re-adding them. So his gateway count is going to be cut to 0 before he finally gets another couple up. And that's going to hurt his production. It looks like that Zealot... Oh no, that's actually a Corsair. The Corsair taking out the Overlords. There's actually no Hydralisk back here. He's taken everything in for the bust. Is there a lair? He's actually going lair before getting a 3rd base, although here we go, the drone is actually moving up over there. The Corsair does take out an Overlord. It could actually get 2 here. Looks like Target not looking at the map before the game started. Yep. Oh my god, is he going to build the hatchery the wrong side of the... Wait, is this intentional? No, he must know that there's a base there that he can take, right? He's not seen the minerals. What? What on earth? That's actually kind of funny, but that is the funky thing you can have. He's actually going to take the natural first, which, to be honest, it isn't a bad choice. You can actually get a hatchery there. you walk past the natural. Which is kind of funny, because the last time they played this map, I think it was the Protoss who actually spawned in that position, and he was attacking up there. He did win this map before, so... bit unfortunate for Target not realizing where the bases are on the map. And we do see High Templars are out. There is DT as well, which the Corsair actually scouts, so there's no Overlord with these Hydralisks. So this DT could do a lot of damage, but no, looks like he will run past and try and do some damage to the mineral line. There's not actually any Overlords. There's one covering these 2 bridges. So there's 2 on this one bridge, but I believe that should detect up there. But where are the units? There's actually no units back in defense. Are the Hydras going to pop in time to defend this? The DT is in the base. The Hydras have popped. How many drones can this get before it's killed? Looks like not too many. Really nice defense. 3 drones, 4 drones, 5 drones. This DT was well worth it. 6 drones in the end there. Nice work by that single DT. Is going to put Target behind. He was going for an all-in with that Hydra bust. Of course, his drones were very low, so his economy is extremely hurt right now, and losing those 6 drones is not going to put him in a great position. Now, Dewalt's actually mined out these side minerals, so I do believe he is going to go and take that mineral in the base. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to actually try and take another natural. Just one Corsair still, just moving around, trying to be as annoying as possible, try and clear out any stray Overlords. Now, is he going to scout that this Overlord's on its own? I'm not too sure. He will see the drones transferring though, and that is going to be enough of a tip-off. He needs to keep this Corsair alive. Keeping the Corsair alive is going to be incredibly important. The gateways have been rebuilt. He's actually up at 7 gateways right now on his 2 bases. Of course, he will be able to pump a lot of Zealots when he gets this mineral only, so that's going to be good for him. But the Lurk and Contain has been set up at the front, but I'm not sure Target knows. Oh no, this is so funny. Target does not realize that he's mined out this area, and he's actually going to face a counterattack. This Overlord is probably so confused right now. Oh dear. Oh, GG is called. He knows there's not too much he can do against that. And Target is taken out by Dewalt in the 2nd round of the Clash for Char number 10. And Dewalt is going to move up for the rematch against